audience. Hello, I'm Sherlauna Martin. Today I'm talking about color psychology. Color is everywhere. It's inspiring, as in the sunset, and chosen poorly, it can bore or irritate. So color sets the mood for our lives, at work, at play, and at home. In my life, I use color when I paint. This is a painting that I'm working on currently. I'll show it closer. I've always been mesmerized by color. I dream in color. My purpose today is to explore and summarize color psychology as a science. Some sources that I've used are colorpsychology.org, lafilm.edu, and ncbi.gov. First, I'll go over the history. Second, I'll go over the association of color in our culture. And last, I'll go over some limitations of color psychology. So let's begin with the history. NCBI put together a timeline scientific review of psychological studies. Most of these studies aim to link color with mood and behavior. In 1810, Gios posited a theory of colors. He linked yellow and red to warmth and excitement. In 1942, Goldstein expanded on Gios' theory by adding that longer wavelengths, such as red, feel warm and exciting, while short wavelengths, like blue, feel cool and relaxing. In 2006 and 2009, Chengizi explored red's effects on animals and humans, specifically signals in biology, like when we have red in our face, it signals anger or embarrassment. In 2012, Elliott and Mayer proposed color in context theory. This states that emotions are based on situations, such as red on a beautiful dress is a positive thing, but red on a failed paper is a negative thing. So now that we have talked about history, let's consider common color associations in the US. Colors have different associations in different cultures. Colorpsychology.org and lafilm.edu explain some of the color meanings in our culture, and I will go over some of them. Red is strong and passionate. It evokes action, strength, and appetite. It is used frequently in restaurants, such as McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, KFC, Red Robin, In-N-Out, Carl's Jr., and Arby's. Yellow is joyful and full of energy. It stimulates mental activity and is often associated with sun and flowers. If overused, however, yellow becomes overwhelming and irritating. Blue is associated with calmness and peace. In the business world, blue can represent competence, loyalty, and productivity. Several apps use blue as their main color, such as Facebook, Twitter, Skype, and LinkedIn. So now that we've talked about color associations, let's consider some of the limitations to the study of color psychology. According to ncbi.gov, there are many limitations to studying color psychology. First, color experiments tend to be either too specific or too general. A question as specific as, how does red affect athletics, is easy to test, but it doesn't say much else about red. And a theory as general as, the way color affects psychology is based on context, has way too many variables to test. Another limitation of color psychology studies is that color comes in an endless variety of hues. For example, a majority of color studies have been done on red. although these studies don't mention whether the effect is the same for dark red versus light red or any of the colors in between. So it is difficult for specific light and color conditions to be replicated to test the validity of any of these experiments. One of the biggest limitations to the study of color is preferences and opinions. For example, my dad really loves green and orange together, and I think it's hideous. And my favorite color is purple, so it brings me joy and comfort, but somebody might say the same thing about their favorite color. Going forward, psychologists need to have testable theories, controllable variables, and large sample sizes. So now that we've talked about some limitations, we have a basic understanding of where the science of color and psychology is now. So we've learned about history, associations, and limitations. In the future, maybe color psychologists will find new and exciting ways to manipulate our minds, but for now, we'll just have red restaurants and blue social media. Thank you.